Welcome in to the Reset Room. I am Rhonda. Welcome in, welcome in. This is the Reset Room where we talk about all things career and life resets. And all of the things. We breathe, we reflect, we build skills, we rebuild, and just sort of process all that we are going through. Today is what we call Winning Wednesday. Hey, Governess, welcome in. And I don't know if it's really felt like a winning Wednesday, but on Winning Wednesday we celebrate small wins and large wins. And I can say that today has probably been a day of a lot of small wins. I am Rhonda. What's my story? Came to TikTok, gosh, it's almost 4 months now. 4 months ago, wanting to really just help women change their jobs, careers, industries, level up at work, get promoted and get paid, and build a community. Like one things that I noticed was lacking and missing is that community just was not there. Hey Gregory, welcome in, and wanted to build that. But everything that I teach and talk about are skills that anybody can use regardless of gender. Being in HR for many, many years that I just have seen women shrink our ask for money way too often. And that was sort of like the driving passion for me to sort of help teach, confidence and how to make that ask for money and do it in a way that is effective and, that you go ahead and get paid. For those of you watching from the hallway, so Career Reset Coach is sort of what I just talked about and sort of what that foundation is based on. It's really based on 3 different pillars. One is really, thank you for those best pops, Governess. Oh, Governess, I think you are grayed out. I don't think you got your heart me. Wait, where are all my effects? I'm missing some things on my screen. No, not those. Wait, am I trending? Let's see. Okay, where are my effects? Girl, where is all the things? Sound effects. Okay, here we go. Oh, I know what happened. Hey, Raphael. So I started the Sleep Lives. Hey, welcome in. Hey, welcome in. I started the Sleep Lives this week. Uh-oh, did I glitch y'all? It looked like I froze for a minute. But I started the Sleep Lives this week just to kind of test it out and see, like, is this really a thing? Because I've been in rooms where folks are like, you'll scroll past their room at night and there's the bubbles on the screen, but like, what's really happening? But I actually started that. And it's been a interesting thing. I've had people come in and out of the room when I was asleep. And actually a good friend of mine, I woke up in the middle of the night to use the restroom as most old folks have to do. But I woke up and this friend of mine is in Indonesia. And so it was 2:30 in the morning here in New York, but it was 2:30 in the afternoon where he was. Hey, Deshaun, welcome in. And he said, hey, get some rest. I'm going to monitor the chat. Hey, Vanette, welcome in. And so, so that was cool. Nothing much. I am good. How are you? What's shaking in Atlanta? Is it cold? I heard it was getting some low temperatures there. Jasmine and we just came back from a cruise. Hey, Money, welcome in. And a lot of folks that were flying back to Atlanta was saying that it was like in the 30s, I think. And I was like, oh, I know they're not ready for that. But so I am though back in New York. I left here in the cold and I returned to the cold. But we had an awesome time. So it was great and glad to be back. I am actually in my hometown. Thank you for the heart, me. I'm actually in my hometown now doing some family stuff for the rest of this week. And then I'll be back to New York. I said yesterday, I've been on planes, trains, automobiles, and a boat in the last 3 days. So I have been just moving around this earth, this world. It's been a whole lot, but it is all good. We do what we got to do and we keep it moving. Welcome to Winning Wednesday. We were talking about small wins. Oh, Governess, what is that? I don't think I've seen that before. The oldest. No, Jazz is the youngest. Yeah, she is the youngest. So my twin, I'm here in home with Teresa and the It's a bear. Okay, thank you. I've never seen that before. So thank you for giving me that gift, girl. But yeah, so that was cool. That was cool. But yeah, just trying to get back to reality. Oh, who was that came in? This chat is just moving so fast. Hey, Dwight, welcome in. Welcome in. It was moving too fast. I didn't catch it. But yeah, today is Winning Wednesday. We are talking about small wins, and today has really been that. Hey, Paula, welcome in. Not sure if I've seen your name before, Paula. I think you might be new to the Reset Room. It is a Winning Wednesday, hump day. How was y'all Wednesday? Hi, Michaela, welcome in. Mine was a bit all over the place. I'm going to still claim it as a Winning Wednesday. There was definitely some small wins. Long day. Governor said a long day. Yeah, it feels like that too. I don't know if it's winter or if it's just like the days or what's sort of happening in the atmosphere. But yeah, a very, very long day. I mean, I did my real job, my 9 to 5, and then here I am on this job. And it's so interesting. I was debating whether I was coming on live today, y'all. And then what happened, one of my creator friends, Main J, if you all have not seen his content, I think his post that I saw today, I'm not sure when he posted it, was basically something like, when you go to a regular job, if you don't show up, you don't get paid. Well, guess what? TikTok is the same way. If you don't show up, you ain't getting paid. So I was like, okay, I don't know how much I have in me to pour out, but I am showing up. Hey, Lisa, welcome in, and we are going to let it do what it do. And I'm going to pour out what I have in my cup. It's not completely empty. It's about halfway though, y'all. But it's okay. And it's just from traveling, like fatigue. Like we got off the ship Sunday morning. I flew from Florida to New York. I tried to recuperate and rest on Monday. I was on a train on Tuesday and just been here in my hometown doing lots of, family stuff. So it's just been busy. And your girl is tired. Yeah, I am. Hey, Crystal. Good to see you. How are you? Crystal and I hang out in a lot of same rooms together. Thank you for the heart, me. A lot of these content creator rooms, trying to make a go of this thing and doing all the things, trying to put together our digital courses, our digital products, and learning our battle strategies and building community strategies. And it's work. I mean, this is 4 months for me. And it's so interesting that I'm talking about it. Good evening, Rhonda. I'm doing well. How are you? Yes, you are learning from the right people. Yeah, we are. We really are. We spend a lot of time in the same rooms learning, and to truly do this TikTok thing right, you got to put that time in. And we're doing it, which is an amazing thing. But it's a lot. And so today, I just tell you this interesting story. So I posted, so lately a lot of the creators that I'm getting friendly with, follow Aaliyah Rose content. And so I've been spending some time in her room, but she goes live like right at this same time. But so I think it was yesterday, when I got off live, I popped into her room and she was talking about hooks. And so today I did a piece of content, and I noticed that in her content, she uses lip gloss a lot. She's always doing this in her content, but she said movement is a hook. So today I said, okay, let me test it out. So my piece of content I made today, I did the whole lipstick thing, and I'm giving an interview tip. And so one of the responses was, I love you, but would you, what did it say? Something like, I love you, but would you put on lipstick during an interview? Girl, this is not what I said. Ma'am, this is a piece of content. I'm giving you a tip. So I replied, I said, I would never have anyone do that in an interview. This isn't an interview though, is it, girl? No, it is not. But then I took it, I love teachable moments. So then I took it a little bit further and said, for TikTok though, just so you know, this is the lip gloss is called a hook. I have to share those teachable moments. Hey, Eva, welcome in. But it was just like, really, it's just like the interesting, and because I do read all the comments because first of all, we be hungry for the posts, the likes, and the comments. So yeah, so I read it and I was just like, what? Yeah, and some of the comments, like some we have to ignore because people be peopling, and that's just what they do. But yeah, that one just I was like, oh wow, okay, how did we get there? But okay. I'm gonna let you have that. Hey, Coach Mike, welcome in. I thought it was product placement. Okay, see now, so the gloss isn't in your shop. No. So, oh my God, y'all. I feel like this has gone left. Hi, Mike. We're talking about a piece of content I made today. Um, Need a whole roadmap to get there right. I mean, there's so many people tell us to do so many different things, like, and so it's hit or miss. Like we were just talking yesterday, a few content creators. I think we even talked about it here that we don't really understand. Like we haven't figured out what's the magic to going viral, right? To getting that viral video. Like the videos where we thought were gonna go viral were the ones that didn't. Thank you for the heart, me, Coach Mike. And the ones that we just knew would flop are the ones that went viral. So today I did a piece of content. I was listening to, I think I popped into Aaliyah Rose's room yesterday. If you're not familiar, her huge creator on the platform. She has grown her, I want to say she's only been on the platform, I think since March or April, but like truly like more than 200,000 followers and sort of all the things. And she was talking about hooks yesterday. And I noticed that in a lot of her videos, she's putting on lip gloss. So I said, okay, today I'm going to try that as a hook in my video. Because like a lot of the creators, that have been doing this longer than us talk about movement. Movement is a way to keep people engaged and to increase your watch time. So I pulled out the lip gloss today and I start my video, doing the whole lip gloss thing. And one of the comments, just talked about, would you tell someone to put lip gloss on in an interview? I was like, no, see, where are you going with that? Is that what we said? Is that what made you think that out of anything that I said? But people be peopling. But Crystal, to your point about visual hooks, they talk about movement as a visual hook. Moving in and out of the camera, they say is a hook. Any kind of movement, like people like you moving around. Like some people said they have taken like the camera and walked around the house or walking to the car and doing voiceovers. All those are hooks. So I just tested out the lip gloss. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. I think the last time I looked before I logged on, I think that video maybe at 800 views already. So maybe there is something to, the lip gloss. But we're all just trying to figure this thing out. We're all new, Mike, are you a content creator or a live host? But yeah, so just trying to figure this all out together. Like, how do we make the best content that we can make? How do we, show up on our lives and do them, well and bring value, to the platform. Hey, Michaela, welcome in. So we're all just in this, okay, you're a content creator. Have you gone viral, Mike? Are you one of the viral ones out there? Come on. And what's your content about? Just curious. Yeah, so we've been just talking a little bit about, sharing some of our tips and things. And, the conversation just sort of naturally evolved that way because I had just looked at that reply and comment before I got on. Hey, Gigi, welcome in. Before I logged on, I had just looked at the comment and I was just like, what is happening? But it's interesting. It is. It's been a journey. It's been 4 months. And okay, and you host your own lives. Okay, cool. Good to see you. I'll have to follow. Let me do that. Oh, we are friends. Okay, good deal. Let me turn on your bell. Can we do that while we're on live? I guess I can't. Okay, I'll do that after just so I can come and check you out. Okay, not really trying. Okay, you're not really trying. Okay. Yeah, and we're trying. We out here trying. It hasn't been horrible. It hasn't been horrible, I have to say. I spend a lot of time learning. Like I was saying, Crystal, who's in the room too, we spend a lot of time in the same rooms, and you just learn different skills from different creators. And so like I always talk about like my top 5. Like Mish Stories is who I call my homeroom teacher. Like I have learned the most about making money on TikTok and sort of the business of TikTok, how to structure it, the different ways to monetize, some of the easier ways and some of the less easy ways, and really thinking about, okay, where do I want to put my time and energy? So for me, it's content creation and live hosting. And I do have a showcase. I'm not really doing much with it, but I think I maybe on Saturdays do like poppable, shoppable. Listen to me, I'm putting all the words together. Did y'all hear that? I can't even talk today. I was saying pop-ups and shoppable, and I said poppable. But yeah, making Saturday shoppable lives. Because I have a lot of things in my showcase, and I've sold some items, not even really promoting them. Crystal, I feel like I'm a sponge right now and trying to absorb it all. Yeah, like, so how long have you been on the platform, Crystal? Yeah, because that's real. And I think, they say analysis, what is it? Analysis by, wait, am I saying it wrong? Paralysis by analysis, meaning, we can just stay learning. And I was really in that place. Like I had been on 2 months before I went live. Yeah, 2.5 months, and still had not gone live yet. And then another creator, PC Swimming, if you all haven't, you got to do code when the folks come in the house, and she's still talking like y'all can't hear. I can't. So I'm not home. I live alone. I'm an empty nester. No one pops in the room when I'm on live. But with that, there's so many people that I learn from. Yes, poppable lives. Man, that should be a thing, right? That's where I'm at now, Crystal. I've been on since August, went live okay. And Crystal, we can stay stuck there. And I know I've shared this story, and you may have heard it, that I would have still been there had it not been for PC Swimming. And she's a swim coach on the platform. And I love going into her room because she's in the pool, y'all. When she's doing her content, she is in the pool. Her lives are from the pool. The majority of them are. And, being someone who, hey, Ben, heart me. Oh, Ben, thank you for last night. Okay, y'all. I have to tell you about Ben. So I started the whole sleep lives. Hey, Queen Estella, like, I think it was 2 days ago. Just like, I'm like, well, what's the big rave? Like, what are they doing? Let me try to do this thing too. So I turned on the bubbles, and it was last night. Yeah, Ben, I'm about to tell our secret. And before I laid down, or it was the middle of the night. And I saw that Ben had came into the room, and let me tell you, what a sweetheart. He was like, because Ben's in Indonesia. And so, like, I'm in New York. Like, where else can you meet people that are like all around the world? And he was like, you go to sleep, you get some rest. I'm a TAP the screen. Like, I got the chat. And I was like, oh my God, what an awesome friend. And I did. Like, I slept for a few hours. I woke up. Ben had moved on, and so with the sleep lives, I'll tell you, it was really interesting. Like, and I did it like the first day. I did it. I think, I don't know, maybe 8 people came in the room. Because you can see your stats like you would any other live. But last night there were like a lot of people. I want to say something like almost 90 people had come in and out of the room. And some people come in, maybe just give you a heart me, maybe send you a rose, maybe put something in the comment. But it's really cool. And you can look at your comments like after the live is over. And so I always go through and read the comments. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna kind of keep doing it. Some people came in and blessed me with a few things, so it was pretty awesome. And I was like, okay. And it was cool too in that you get to pick the sound and the genre of the music that you want to play. So I used the gentle sound because it's the middle of the night. Let's go to sleep. But yeah, so it was pretty interesting and cool. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep kind of doing that. And it helped me to sleep too. So yeah, Ben is cool. I know. I said, oh my gosh. I said, what a sweetheart. Yes, kudos to Ben. And Ben is in Indonesia, so that trip is on my bucket list to definitely make it over there. But they're 12 hours ahead. So wait, Ben. Oh, so it's early in the morning then there for you, because it's 7:21 p.m. here, so it's 7 in the morning there. So yeah, that was really cool. And then we were just really talking about our content creator live host journey, and how sometimes Ben goes live. I don't speak their language, y'all, so I don't know what they were saying, but I came and gave my heart me. I don't know what they were saying, but I came in. I think I may have blessed him a little, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know what they're talking about, so I'm moving on. But yeah, Ben is a live host too, and we spend time in Me Stories room a lot. And there's so much you can learn from her, just on so many different levels. Today, she goes live at 8. Today is Analytics Wednesday, and she really teaches you on how to really read your data to really maximize your reach. And like, I'm really digging into that. And like, the piece of content I did today was one, I used the Aaliyah Rose lipstick thing. I used a strong hook and kind of got some of that. Hey, Marie. Hey, Jazz. Welcome in. Got some of that hook sort of guidance from Mish. And it's performing. And so, yeah, so I'm sort of just testing out all the theories. And I've been lucky enough that I have quite a few videos that have more than 1,000 views. So, for TikTok, that's viral, which is awesome. But I'm really looking at the data to really understand like the science behind it. Like, what was it about this particular video? Like, was it the hook? Like, when did people drop off? To be able to replicate it. Like, we see on this platform that there's many creators that like all of their videos have, thousands of views. And if you're in a creator rewards program, like, that's where the money is all good. Ben says, I'm all good. There's time. I'll join the live. Oh, thank you so much, Ben. We're all just sort of figuring out. And anyone who just joined, like, if you figured out the formula to viral success, I had like one video right now that is qualified, because there's a whole thing about qualified views for the Creator Rewards program. And I think it's only at 39 cents, y'all. So that's not the easiest way. It is a way. So we're not, discounting that 38 cents. And when I get it, I'm going to say, thank you. I earned that. But it's not the easiest way. Like, going live is really the easiest way. And then the shoppable folks, like, there's some folks on this platform that are doing super, super well with their shoppable content. So yeah, just amazing. Hey, Jazz, Digital Mama, what do you do on the platform? Just curious. I saw your name and it really stuck with me, because I was thinking about, we've been talking about creating digital products over the last 2 weeks, and just curious, I saw that name and said, Digital Mama. I said, oh, you may be an expert in that world. Oh, Governess. Thank you, cuz. Actually, y'all, Governess, she's my moderator, but she is also my cousin. Thank you for the best cheers. Hey, Wendy. Welcome in. Yeah, just curious what you do on the platform. So you may be able to shed some light. We've been really just talking about, in general, just creating different revenue streams. I've been talking a lot about AI, and I shared yesterday, like, the latest AI shocker that I saw is with immigration. I just got off a cruise ship on Sunday. Hey, Governess. Okay, you hitting the best gear, the best cheers. And when we were clearing the ship and leaving the ship, where there used to be immigration agents sitting at booths to clear you, coming off the ship, there were computers. And it was a big computer. You stood in front of it, you looked in the screen, and then it flashed immigration cleared on the screen. And so that is just another thing of AI. Okay. Governance, can you grab Jazz's comment? I just want to make sure I can see it fully, because, the chat be chatting and moving away. Okay, Jazz says, that's definitely the best passive income, but I originally started my own small business. Okay, awesome. No, that's great. That is great. Hey, Michelle. Well, hey, Michelle after 50. Welcome in. We hang out in some of these same TikTok streets. And Wendy, we do too. We all hang out in the same streets. And tonight is a big night, folks, for, like, I have my little fest gear, my little live fest viewer wishes up there, because it's part of a campaign, and which is another awesome way to earn revenue on TikTok. I try to enroll in any campaign that makes sense for me. Thank you for that heart, me, Michelle. That makes sense, because literally you can make sense. Each mission that you fulfill, and Jess said, but for 7 months ago, I dove into digital products and just started this page a month ago. Oh, okay, Okay, well, welcome. Good. That's and what we were talking about is we stay learning from each other, and growing. But lately, yeah, we've been talking about just with the onset of just AI and technology in general, and just about how that technology is taking task related jobs. And so we think about like efficiencies in all of our work that over the next 2 to 5 years we're going to see like the work world will definitely change, and we just want to been working on getting prepared. Michelle, this is the first. Oh, this is the first one. Thank you. Welcome in. Yeah, I go live at 7 Monday through Thursday, and then I do pop-ups throughout the weekend. And I try to get off. I try to get off by at least 8:30 so I can jump into Misha's class and learn something. Michelle, I am fighting with AI Gemini right now. Trying to do a presentation at work. And ironically, right, that's exactly what Misha's saying to us. And we've been talking about that. Like, if your boss is telling you to use Gemini or Copilot to do a task, you need to be concerned about that, because that means that, guess what, at some point that could be a job that they physically no longer need a human to do. So we just got to get ready and be prepared, y'all. It's definitely scary. Like, the immigration thing, I think freaked me out because, first of all, it's immigration. Oh, what happened? Oh, my light died. Oh, y'all. TikTok gonna tell me I ain't got enough light in a minute. Let me tell my granddaughter, here, hold this lamp for the next 30 minutes. And I'm just kidding, baby. She was getting up. She's so sweet. We got to make it do what it do. I'm going to try to do some rigging. Oh, that's horrible, but it's going to have to work, y'all. I need to charge my little light. Oh, look at her. She is such a sweetheart. Uh-oh, girl, don't let us cause no. Oh, wait, baby, you're making it worse. I think you're making me darker. Yeah, let's leave it. Let me see, right there. Can you let it go? Y'all, this is like real life, live hosting, okay? And I'm not home, y'all, so I don't have all my reinforcements. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we're kind of good. But no, I have this little light, which I love. It is the best thing, y'all. If y'all don't have it, it is in my showcase. Even though this ain't a shoppable live, y'all know how to get there. You can grab it, but it works. I used this on the cruise ship, and I was out. I streamed a couple times from the balcony, and the ocean is black. Like, it is literally black out there after dark. You can't see a thing. And I streamed well and lit up and all the things. So yeah, it's a great camera. But the immigration thing, I think with AI freaked me out the most, because this is immigration. Like, you are letting people in and out into the country, and we got cleared. Like, this 3,000 people on this ship, and we got cleared by a computer, y'all. That was scary to me. And I was just like, okay, so if the federal government is implementing using AI for a big job, that I think a big job is immigration, then like, what is the rest of the country? Like, if the government is doing it, mainstream business is going to be right behind it. And that will be sort of the justification that they will use to companies and to employees that, hey, like, if the government is doing it, we're going to do it too. So we just need to all just get prepared and do, the photo analysis. And see, so Michelle, this was my question, because again, there's a lot of pictures, to your point, that happen. So when you first get on the ship, they take your picture. No, let me back up. Before we got on the ship, we had to create a profile on, I cruise with Celebrity, on Celebrity site. We had to create a profile. I did my picture right there. So from my computer, I did my picture, and we had to enter our passport number. So my guess is that that's sort of how the first cross check happens, is that somehow Celebrity feeds that information to immigration to know who's on the ship, and these are the passport numbers, and I guess verifying if the passports are valid for travel and all of that. Because there would have been no other way for them to cross-reference when we got off, for them to photo ID us if they didn't have like a passport number. Because when we got on the ship, we didn't have to show our passport at all. So, but it, like I said, that one freaked me out. Like, I've seen the airport things a few times where used to be ticket agents in the airport, that they are no longer. It is a room full of kiosks that you are putting your ID into their machines, you are on Royal. Okay. They did it at the airport. Oh, okay. And I've seen it at the airport. Where was we going? I actually went to Montreal. But even though we did the photo recognition, there were still immigration agents in the Montreal airport. Hey, Dana, thank you, sweetheart, for the lives. I just never made that the live gift a goal before. And I said, oh, that's really cute. So let me make that. Hey, I'm Filtered. Welcome in. I made that my live goal. But who is that? Oh, the Travel Diva. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, they were agents too. Yeah, so I've seen that, but this was the first time, again, no agents. Thank you for the heart, me, Travel Diva. That it was just, we cleared immigration with the screen. And I was like, okay, this is scary. Thank you, Crystal. And it was different. So now it's like I'm on red alert. I'm on high alert, like looking for just the different ways that AI is just taking. Like we're seeing it. Thank you all so much. Like we're really seeing the change. So we just need to get prepared and thinking about like our own jobs. And like me said, if you're using, yeah, I use it. Let me tell you how I use AI at work. So I'm a HR officer, and then I do chief operating officer, and I'm a real direct communicator, right? And so many days, like I don't have my HR voice on, y'all. And so what I do is I'll write an email that is direct and to the point, and then I copy it into, whatever it is, whether it's chat, Claude, whomever, and basically say the prompt is something like revise this email to make it more empathetic and compassionate, because I do HR, but that is not my core nature at all. Hey, Jamie, welcome in. And our employees, they're really touchy-feely, and they like the warm and the fuzzy, and they like the flowers, with the hard stuff. Oh, you do compliance. I'm a compliance officer too, Michelle. Yes, I do too. I use it for emails all the time, and it is the best $20 my company is paying for. And I said to my boss, you always talking to me about my tone. Well, you need to pay for this AI software so my tone and emails will seem like butterflies to the people. But yeah, again, it's good for that, right? I mean, the work we do, thankfully, I think, Michelle, we might be okay doing in the compliance world and that kind of thing, because you still need eyeballs on some things. But yeah, but like for folks that don't have those, kind of experiences, I know, doesn't it, Michelle? Michelle says it makes me sound so smart. It really does, y'all. And listen, if y'all not using it, if you're live hosting, if you're not using it, and even if you're a content creator, if you're not using it for your content and your live hosting, you are slipping. Do it. I feel like it is the best assistant that I have ever paid for $20 a month, okay? Yeah, it is so worth it. You sound educated, and the emails just come out so eloquently. And I write a lot of boss emails, to my boss, because, they get mad with me and then complain to him about me. And what they don't know is he sends an email to me. He's like, please write me a response to send to them. No problem. Got you. And then me and AI do our thing. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for the fest gear. But yeah, it's just sort of one of those fun things. Oh, did we meet our live goal up there? It looks like I did. Well, TikTok used to be telling demand. They do demand and you do all the things. Oh yeah, I think I did. It's saying meet it. I just thank y'all today. It's interesting too, for those of you that are live hosts, the suggested goals that TikTok comes up with. And I know this is a business, right? I mean, we are all aware of that. But it is just like they be going like for the jugular. And like, don't they like today is just what you do. Love what you do. Oh, thank you. Resume workshop. Nice. I don't know if you've been in my room. Welcome in if you have been. If you have, welcome back. Hey, Sammy, welcome in. Yeah, I was, resume workshop. You may get a kick out of this. I was talking about today, I had made a piece of content and I was following a tip from Aaliyah Rose, who talked about, using lip gloss as a movement. Because I noticed in a lot of her lip gloss, and it's so interesting, before you know something, you kind of wonder, because I was saying to myself, why she always putting lip gloss on in her in her videos. And she talked about, right, and she talked about movement. And so I tried it today. And one of the comments, I read it just before I came on live, was like, I love you, but would you tell someone to put on lip gloss in an interview? I was like, girl, is that what I said? No, and so I did. I think I started, I don't even remember now, but I think I started with the lip gloss too, because that's going to at least buy me 3 seconds, y'all. I started with the lip gloss, and then I said something about here's the best tip for an interview. And then I did the smart thing, like they say, don't give it all away up front, y'all. Don't give it all away. And then I said something, but wait, let me get back to that. And then I said something else first, and then I went to the tip. And it's working. Before I got on live, I think that video had 800 views. And so again, there's something about visual hooks and movement and all of this. And we're just learning. But like, people be peopling. Like, girl, how did you get that from what I said? Hey, Jody. Like funny and hilarious, but it's just a journey. We're all still learning. Like I said, I am 4 months in. I started July 30th. So actually, no, well, kind of, sort of. So I was trying to be one of these faceless brands. Are any of you all faceless? It was hilarious. And I stumbled, Me Stories was one of the first rooms I stumbled into. And then I was just hooked, like so much teaching. And I did a page audit with her. And the first thing she said, and like, we're doing this on Zoom. So we're talking to each other and looking at each other. And that's one of the first things she said. She said, first, I know who doesn't love Mish, right? I mean, first of all, she's so informative. She's a great teacher, but she is hilarious on top of that too. And like every time I go in that room, I learn something and I implement it and everything is sort of working. Oh, y'all see, I'm old. I forgot what I was saying. See? Mish Stories. It's MISH, Resume Workshop, Mish. And I think it's an underscore, Stories. Yeah, she's a live host and content creator. And she, I feel like I know her resume because I spend enough time in her room. But she's been on the platform 7 months, and she has grossed over $100,000 in the 7 months. Yeah, oh, right. Thank you, Jazz. And so, like I said, we were doing a Zoom call like this, and she was like, your personality, like you have to show you. You can't be a faceless brand. Some people, it maybe works for, and some people I think do it really, really well. Like there are a couple creators on the platform that I know who do it really well. There's one called Authentically Me, and she's masked and the most beautiful mask. But that's a lot of work too. But yeah, she's like, no, she said people connect with you and your energy and your spirit. So you have to stop. So I would say I started probably taking it seriously like August 15th, because up to then was just all kind of faceless stuff. I was all over the place. There was no niching. It was nothing. Oh, Pink Rager. Okay, I'll have to, is it Ragger? Pink Ragger? Yeah, okay, Michelle, I have to check them out. And I think those that do it like have mastered it and do it extremely well. And I just love watching them, and then we can learn something from everything. That's your birthday. Oh, wait, that's my birthday. When is your birthday? Today is your birthday? Travel Diva? Okay, she's always in pink with her face covered. Oh, that's probably beautiful to see. Oh, August 15th. Oh, okay. So that's a Leo. Yeah, I have a lot of Leos in my family. Y'all something else. Well, yeah. And so that's really, I think, when I started taking it seriously. And this is my 5th week going live. And I was, again, just staying in all these rooms and I need to learn more. I'm still a little chicken of live, faceless, nope. Tracy, I wish there's no sort of magic words. Like I was nervous and I stayed in, I just need to learn more. I need to do more. Hey, Cynthia GF. Need to learn more and do more. Okay. Thank you for stopping in, Michelle. Okay, you're live tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to turn your bell on so I can definitely pop in. How did you just push the button? And I'll tell you. So I was stalling, like knowingly, intentionally. Hey, Cynthia. She is also, we are by Michelle. Look, all the Mish recruits, we are in the room. I was really nervous and stalling. I kept saying, no, I need to learn more. I want to do this right. I had went through like the Live Academy videos. Thank you, Cynthia. Had went through all of that. And I was talking with PC Swimming. She is another creator on the platform, and she's a swim coach. So her lives are actually, thank you for the fest gear, Cynthia. She's in the pool, and I can't swim and hadn't learned to swim. Hey, Marsha, welcome in. Thank you for being the title gifter of those fest gear. Thank you so much, Cynthia. And we were just talking about my fear of swimming and like water trauma I'd had previously, and like out of nowhere, she says, "Have you gone live?" And I was like, what? Why is she in my head? And it was so random. Like Cynthia leveled up to level 5 in the room. Thank you so much for the support. And she just randomly, hey, Lester, welcome in. Hey, Alice, welcome in. And she just randomly asked me, had I gone live? And I said, no. She was talking about fear. And what she said about fear, I thought was so powerful. And I've never heard anyone phrase it this way. She said, fear is disobedience, and that it moves. If you have fear in one area of your life, you generally have fear in another area of your life. And so she said, if you're afraid to swim, and then she said, I need you to go live. Hey, Kira, welcome in. I need you to go live. And that was 5 weeks ago on a Tuesday. And I went live the very next day. And, I just pushed the button, Tracy. And I'll tell you the other thing that kind of helped me. So I'm a live host with GQ. That's the agency that I'm a part of. And they require you as part of your application process. Hey, Christy, welcome in. You have to do a 10-minute live. Basically, they want to see your personality and see how you show up on screen. And so I set a timer on my phone. I said, okay, I'm going to set it for 12 minutes just so I can say, okay, I did a little more. Hey, Renee, welcome in, that I did a little more than the required 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, you can do, we can do anything for 10 minutes, right? We can, right? We can. And I'm going to tell you, it went so fast. So I logged on and I had let me just give you a few little tips what I did. And I got this from Mish. Is like having your intro sort of script down pat. You sweat and just think about it. Listen, I was sweating too the whole 10 minutes. It was a lot, okay? But I felt prepared, right? So in 10 minutes, she said, you have your script down, like who you are. And it's some semblance of how I start, like, hi, welcome to the Reset Room. My name is Rhonda. I'm a career reset coach. And if you're wondering what is that, here is what it is. I help people change jobs, change careers, change industries, level up and get paid. And so you get your script. So can that, work on that, rehearse it over and over and over. I was nervous as hell. Yes, I was. But I had that down. And I don't even remember what I had planned to talk about. I think it was just more about my content. Like, this is what my story. This is how I came to TikTok. At that point, I think it was 3 months ago. I came to TikTok 3 months ago, wanting to build a community so that we could have support as we build and rebuild our skills and reset our life and careers. And so what ended up happening, someone sent me a request, to invite to co-host, and I declined it the first time. And then the person sent it again. And I was like, okay, it's 10 minutes. Why not? So I accepted. It was another creator who had probably been on the platform 2 weeks. And so we chatted for a while and she said, hey, you want to do a battle? Well, why not? It's 10 minutes, right? We did the battle. I ended up winning. It was 5 people came in my room. One of them was another coach that I follow, Coach Kathy, Level Up Squad. And it was, before I know it, it was 14 minutes and I was done, but I was drenched. I was sweating. And probably the first week, I would say realistically, I was probably nervous each time I hit the button. Now, hey, Prince Fitness, that's cute. Welcome in. Now I get nervous when the coaches come in. Mish came in my room last week. I was nervous. Miss Matthew, I'm a recruit under her for GQ, came in when my coaches come in, because it's like I feel like they're, hey Aisha, sincerely Aisha, welcome in. I feel like they're not judging, but like, you want to perform. Like, I want to show them that everything that I've learned from them, I've implemented and did it well. Now, my graduation battle was amazing, amazing, amazing. But yeah, there's really I wish I had some magic words. I can say, though, that since I did it, and I've gone back to, hey, Anna Boo, welcome in. Since I've gone back to PC Swimming's room, I made the decision that I am actually, in the spring, I am taking a week's vacation, and I am traveling to Kansas City, where PC Swimming is. And I'm going to learn to swim. So y'all going to see me drowning as part of her content. Hey, just for us all. But yeah, and it's really true. Like I said, and how she talked about fear just made it easier for me and digestible to sort of understand that. Like, yeah, like, what am I fearful of, right? Like, what's the worst that can happen? It's 10 minutes. I'm on live. If no one comes in, and it was actually good for the first like 3 minutes, no one was in the room. And then I got comfortable because I was like, nobody's watching. Who cares? I'm doing it. Oh, Jody, I understand. I'll see you soon, sweetheart. Jody lost her brother recently, y'all. And Jody is in South Africa. Like, where else would I meet someone, that's far away? Yeah, get some rest, Jody. But she is actually, I'm going to tell the story though, because she is someone for me that really, it just really confirmed like why I'm here. And it's really like the impact and why I came to TikTok. Jody had messaged me about, could I be her, I think she said mentor, coach or something like that on TikTok. And I'm like, I just got here. I don't know what I'm doing either. But it was interesting. And I asked her, I said, okay, well, let's co-host a session together and let's kind of workshop it live. And so we did that on a Monday. Hey, Cece, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. And she had been going live, y'all, but faceless. First of all, I didn't even know that was a thing. But she was going live faceless. And I was like, I need you. Good evening. I said, I need you to turn that camera on. Y'all, she is beautiful. She is a beautiful young lady. She went live that day. We did the 30 minutes. So when you go live, so like I said, 10 minutes was like the initial interview live I needed to do for GQ. But to unlock all your features like these, you have to do 3 30-minute lives in a week. And then TikTok will unlock all the features for you so you can do all the things in a live. So this was, I think she had popped into maybe my third live. And yeah, we did that. And so again, she turned on her camera and she had been going live ever since. Like I said, she recently lost her brother, so she hasn't been live in a week or so. But for me, that's sort of like why I came here to make an impact. And of course, we want to make some coins too. Like, but for me, it's really about the impact. And so, yeah, that's just one of the stories. And she's such a sweet young lady. And she's in South Africa. Like, where else how I'm in New York City. She's in South Africa, and we connected I think we were in someone else's room, and just connected. And, yeah. And so here we are. So it's been an amazing journey. It's only 4 months in. I still feel like I have so much to learn. And I'm going to figure out the formula for this viral thing. Hey, Miss Tracy, welcome in. And I'm going to share it. Thank you, Cece. Yeah, and then there's another young lady. I call her my TikTok daughter. Her name is Jess Mom. She came into the third live too. That was the day I said, oh, I am on fire today, y'all. She had came into that live too, and it was my third one, and I had not met her before. She hadn't been in my room, and she said that she had went live twice, and no one was in the room and she was quitting. And we were like, no. And I was co-hosting with another creator. And it was interesting. We were having a fun conversation. I was talking about, because I do have some, quite a few videos that have more than 1,000 views. And I was trying to give some insight, but y'all, I ain't figured out the magic or the mystery either. Thank you for the heart me. And she was talking about niching down because she had changed her niche. You're in Long Island. Oh, okay. Good to know. Hey, New York in the house. Yeah, I work in Manhattan. I work in Soho, and I live in Westchester. So I live north of the city. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, and she said she was quitting. She was like, no, I did it twice. No one was in my room. I'm not doing it. So we actually ended co-hosting our conversation so that she could go live. And it was myself and also PC Swimming, the one I talked to you about, that helped me to get over that fear of going live. We sat in the room so she would have somebody to talk to. And after about 15 minutes, so initially I came up in a bubble with her. Hey, Addicted to Jess, welcome in. I came up in a bubble so she could be talking to me and have back and forth. And she kept going, talking. She didn't even realize that I had muted myself and I had stopped talking to her. And she was just going. She was in her flow. And then about maybe 10 minutes even after that, hey, Ash, welcome in. She's like, Miss Rhonda, are you still there? And then I came off mute. I said, I'm here. I said, you don't need me. You got this. Since then, y'all, she has got so many viral videos on her page. She is hilarious. She sings. She's a comedian. She's a spiritual person, but she is doing her thing. And for me, again, that's the impact. And, this is the reset we're in. Like for me, this is a career reset of myself, live hosting and doing this and being a content creator. I had visioned that I was going to, I had showed, I think the last week or the week before, I showed my current vision board. Oh yeah, let me plug our vision board party coming up. Because I do vision boards a lot. And I had made a setup, like I thought I would be podcasting. I never even considered or thought about TikTok. And when people ask me like how I got here on the date that I did, honestly, y'all, I don't really remember. I don't know what said to me on that day, you need to go on TikTok and treat it like a business. And that was, again, July 30th. And here we are, 4 months in. But here I am. So, I'm going through my reset, learning and sharing all that I can. Hey, so beautiful. Welcome in. Sharing all that I can. For those of y'all that don't know, tonight is a big night in the TikTok Live Fest world. This is, it's not elimination. I guess it's sort of shrinking down the top creators from 500. They're shrinking down to top 50. That is wild. And most of them are starting, they're going to be battling. They are battling. It's battle frenzy going on this evening here on the app. But I'm going to go and show some support to some of the creators that I do. But they need some big coins. I mean, you're talking about shrinking from 500 people to 50. But we're going to go and do our part and help those that we can try to get there and fulfill their dreams. And this is first year. I just enjoyed learning about Live Fest, what it was, and I participate in all the campaigns. Yes, Travel Diva. They have been today, because tonight at midnight is when the shrinking happens. And like you said, that's a lot of competition to go from 500 folks down to 50. But they are in it to win it. And I'm going to go sprinkle some love to the creators that I know and support. And wish them all the best on getting into that top 50. Then I think the last round, they go to top 50 down to top 20. And I think the top 20 are the folks who will get honored at Live Fest in Las Vegas. I think it's in February. So it's an exciting night on TikTok. I'm just excited to be here and part of the journey and learning and doing as I'm maneuvering through this thing. And I think, Hannah Boo, you're going to run. I know I gotta go to Wonderland and sprinkle some love to Miss One. So I'm about to start my rounds. Thank you all for joining and thank you for sharing your time. I hope I've said something that have inspired you, made you think about something new and different. And Tracy, if you want to go live and you want somebody in the room, DM me and I will gladly be in the room with you. I just love to be there just so you're not alone. Like I said, five people end up coming in my first live, and I was shocked and surprised. But again, I understand Jess too, from being someone who went live twice and no one was there. And I said this to you too, Crystal. If you're still here, whenever you're ready, just let me know and I will gladly be there. Like, we're in this thing together, y'all. We're working together. We're one team. And you know what TikTok is all about? We're one community. And we're here to, support each other and see each other succeed. So I am ready. So let me know. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I'll be roaming the TikTok street. So I'll see you all soon in somebody's room. Have a good night, y'all.